All right, we back from John's. Splits are done. Set up over at his house with the new queen, or the old queens rather. New queens are, well, I got to pick them up tomorrow from Honey and Bee Co. And lesson learned, these girls are hot. The ones that I took Mama Queen from. I came back into the backyard after coming back from John's. 30 seconds after I'm back, if that, maybe 10 seconds. Swimming around on the damn nose. Just walking 30 feet from the hives. They are angry. Alright, so let me think about what I'm doing here. Here, push all the bees to the bottom just as I did on this hive when I was trying to do the split. And then, once they're all at the bottom, pull the second brood box, which is a super size, which is, yeah, a medium, up to the top, put another super in there. It's like a modified Demaree thing that I saw that, Frank something, forgot his name. Oh, it's stuck. In Kata or something like that. He's the operations manager for blah blah blah. Mann Lake. So I figure operations manager for Mann Lake knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for a gajillion years. I will follow the method he's touting because it works for my 1.5 deeps. So the plan here is I'm going to skim through these real quick, relatively quick, just to scrape off any, actually shouldn't be any swarm cells on there, but I'm going to grab my frame rest. I didn't need it this morning because Kate was on the other side and we were looking at every frame, but here I just want to make sure, oh she's not even anything there. I'm curious if they're putting anything up here. Not much. I mean, there's bees up here though, so they haven't had a ton of time to do anything. All those bees got to go in the bottom box, so there's no point in looking much here. I just got to, the queen should not be up here. There's a queen excluder here. Wah, wah, wah. Shouldn't. So we'll see. So next step, get this off, queen excluder off. The next one is where I need to actually probably look for swarm cells, make sure there's not there, and then start, yeah, because that's where I could have swarm cells, and I gotta, actually, yeah, I don't have to look for swarm cells yet. I'm gonna shake those bees off first, because I can look for the swarm cells when there's no bees on there. So that makes more sense. Start doing the things the easier way instead of the harder way. So it's good to go. Alright, so this box is going on top, so I might as well I'm gonna just pop it off, shake all the bees out, and then put the other two supers in, that super and then the other spare super above the queen excluder that's going here, and then and then that'll be it, because I'm not doing anything else on this one today. Just doing the whole quick Demaree and Dedune. There's no reason me looking in this box again. This is, I don't know where the queen is, but she's probably here, but I'm gonna shake her in, so it doesn't really matter. Well, tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the frame out so I can at least, where's the other tool? I like going better. I'm gonna start using that little Kent Williams tool that I have. It has both the J hook and the 90. We'll do a quick check here just because, damn it, I'm gonna bet the queen is on the upper box, but it's, yeah, no guarantees. Looking decent. Alright, we're just gonna, nothing else. I'm gonna do a super quick check on these for swarm cells, so I don't have to rotate the box. It also allowed me to make some space to shake other bees from these other boxes down into. These are ones that have the funky burr comb because of the, it was the second box, as I said last time. So I haven't smoked these girls yet, but they're relatively chill. Man, still can't believe I got stung right on the tip, like underside of my nose. That, like that whole make you cry thing, if someone pops your nose, is really a thing when a bee lays into you right there. Man, feel like, oh, that looks great. Look at that. These gals are doing well. This is the Nikki swarm. So, alright, let's go ahead. I'm going to just go ahead and pull, pull one more frame for room, but then I'll just put it back in here. Well, tell you what, if I'm going to do that, I might as well. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, there's no swarm cells here. If there's any swarm cells, they're probably going to be on the top box. That's where they've been on most of these, but man, yeah, looking good. Some freshly capped, some older capped. Can't tell if they're backfilled or not. It's hard to see. Got pollen and everything else in there, but the next frame's full of brood, so yeah, looks good. All right, let me shake. Actually, let me let's see. I do want like enough room where I can stick a frame down in there and shake it completely. So let's do this because I don't want to shake a frame of brood. Let me scoot these over and get this one, which is probably resources still mostly. Oh, now they're hot. Yeah. Son of a bitch, made them mad. 3 frames gives me a lot more space to actually do this. After getting stung in the nose, you'd think I'd smoke the bees, but at this point, I'm just, it's one more step that I don't have to dick with. Ugh. Thought I could just get those out. I was wrong. Alright, again, this is just shake them in there. Should have brought something to stick these frames in. Actually, yeah, that isn't going to work. Again, this is just so I can get the queen down below. Okay. She's probably in the second box. I don't know that, but I'm willing to bet she is, but it's not going to matter because I'm just going to shake them into there. I should have brought a... Alright, these I need to sit to where they're not going to fall over because they've got tons of stuff on them. Right, these are brood frames, so Mama might be in here, but again, I'll take a quick glance, I guess, but again, at this point, it doesn't matter. All the bees have to go down there anyway. Well, I guess if I cut Mama down there, it wouldn't be as essential, but still. Should have brought those nuke boxes out, or another box would have been handy. Alright, tons of brood, backfilling. Do a quick check for Mama. Yeah. She could definitely be on there, but should have probably just smoked the shell of them and she would have went down to the bottom, but that's done now. Or not done now. At this point, I'm tired and just want to be done beekeeping for the day, to be honest. I don't think I have my clip with me anyway, so. Shaking nectar everywhere, which isn't ideal, but that's alright. Alright, so I didn't even check that one. I should have. Yeah, tons of nectar, babies, the whole works. So, wait, tons of nectar. Getting shit all over the place. Should have. Oh well. Yeah. Beekeeping in a hurry, which is never a good idea, but like I said, at this point I'm just trying to be done for the day. Still got to do the same thing on another hive. It's weird how they just some frames they just fall right off of, others it's like they're glued to. Alright, one more. She'll probably be on that one. That's where she was on that first hive we checked this morning. Which is kind of cool, but I have to find her. Alright, so there's all of that. Do that. Put that there. Actually, So I need to make sure there's not a unlikely, but not impossible. Alright, so now these shook out. Oh no, yeah, these shook out, then queen excluder, then put these back in here. Too much shit running into here. Alright. Again, she should not be up here, but I just need to get bees off so they'll then come up to the top box. And there's a chance she's up here. It's not zero. Queen excluder's not perfect, but I gotta move that. Keep fucking hitting it. One frame I keep banging into. Alright. Frame is empty, basically. Good thing this famous last words. This is relatively quick. Again, ideally, you would find the queen, just put her in the bottom box, and you could probably do less manipulation, but that takes so much more time. And given my tendency to not find the queen, I guess I'm 1 for 2 on the day, but first hive that we found her in had just so fewer bees, or not so fewer, but a big honking hive is impossible to find her in. She was 30 frames of searching and still didn't. So, alright. So the bees are clear of, yeah, bees are clear. So now those brood frames go back in, and all the bees, the queen excluder goes on. Oh, shit. I need to slide these over. So we do that with them. Alright, girls, I need you to move out of the way a little bit. They hate when you blow on them, but sometimes it's quicker than worrying about trying to smoke them. Yeah, they love that. There's just so many bees in that hole I just created that I don't have any damn room. Yeah, bees do not like me today, and I don't blame them. I have effed with them all day. Again, I can't imagine doing this commercially. It's just, alright, gotta get those off the freaking frame so I can get the frame in their box. Alright, so frame rest off. Now, smoke would make sense because I want to get them down in the hive. A little bit of flame going, that's not what I want. Burning too hot. Alright. Queen excluder. Oof. They are hot. They are none too happy with me. There's a bunch of them on the damn side. I just have to hope none of you are the queen and you'll make your way back in, because I don't have the brush handy. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, I don't have the brush handy. I don't think it's in that box. Nope. I have to get a second bag for my second box from my second apiary now. Alright, all you bitches cannot be on top. That's not how it works. It's actually the opposite how it works, but... Alright, now they're mostly under there. Let's get a damn box on there quickly. Brr. Not ideally the one I want, but at this point it doesn't matter. Because the super box, this one just has honey in it. Super box is there. Let's see, I need the spare. Of course, everything's out of order. I'm out of order. You're out of order. We're all out of order. This should have. Well, I say, yeah, there's some brood on it. Okay, I was like, well, shit. If this doesn't have brood on it, this isn't going to work. It has some. Yep. Actually, it has a decent amount. A lot of it's capped, but they'll still come back up here. There's probably some larvae in there too. Yep. Alright, that goes there. And then this. Don't need it yet. This is my second empty super. Alright. And then Frank runs us another queen excluder here. Probably overkill, but just in case your queen's there, I guess it's safe. Yeah, I think that's probably... Yeah, I think that's probably overkill. I'm not going to run that because I want him to definitely come up into that. And the odds of the queen being in this box are probably relatively small. Yeah. Alright. You're stuck. You're dead. Get out. I've given up on not killing bees occasionally. It sucks, but it's also just like they don't move. They don't understand that not moving is death. Oh, there's no point trying to move all those. They're excluded. Alright. That back on there. Queen's probably not in there. I mean, there's no way she was in the top cover, realistically. Alright. That was a lot. That was a whole lot. Tons of bees everywhere. That's just going to be what it is for a minute. When you shake every bee into one box. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, last freaking hive of the day because I'm worn out. Yeah. So now we are in the other one that I'm doing the modified Demaree thing on. And so we'll be same thing. We'll take the boxes up, get all the bees in the bottom, put all the sun brood in the top, and then Mama and everybody else will follow. So, see what I'm gonna do on this one. I'm gonna smoke these gals because there's no reason not to. Not smoking the last one just got me more angry bees. If I can get them down in those boxes first, then why not? They've got to go through the queen excluder, so it's probably a little harder, but whatever. There we go. So I got these up. This always pops inevitably. Did do a little twisting thing earlier that worked really well, so I may have to start trying that. Alright, so that I'm gonna do. Alright, so again, shit, did I not put those traps back in? Fuck. Well, I'm not doing it today. Forgot to put the small hive beetle traps back in the first one, but I'm just gonna do without. I'm just gonna have to handle it until I come back next week with scraping out the cups. Alright. Again, let's smoke these gals down. I'll get as many of them as I can down in the lower box, hopefully without having to shake them. Don't want to over smoke them, but damn, I've been lit up today. Alright, this box just needs to come off. Shook into there, and then this one obviously goes, these frames go on top. Doesn't matter which box obviously, but these frames go on top. Let's clear out a spot for room for the bees. You're hot, literally and figuratively, I think. Well, definitely. And some of this propolis is so strong that it's just breaking frames, which is wild. It has almost nothing on it. Clear out 3 frames and then man, that freaking box is screaming. Both those boxes are screaming. I don't know why. I mean, the smoke maybe, but they seem to be really squawking. Yeah, those are all resources, so this will be a good place to start. Scooting. Okay. Do we have? Yeah, we got some brood down in here. Well, maybe. Let's keep going because I did not see any there. No, there's something there. Okay, yeah, definitely good. Just key is to make sure we got brood in both spots. I see drone brood there, so we definitely have brood there. So yeah, there's 3 spots worth of bees cleared out. Let's shake them down and be done. Raw. Again, days like this, I don't shit. I didn't check that upper box for swarm cells. Oh. Well, I got to go back. Shouldn't be that many bees up there because they're all on the bottom. So I'll check these before I put them back in, but I did not check. Damn it. Get tired and you make mistakes. I am tired. You there, Mama? Queen cups. I might go ahead and pop this one while I'm looking at it because I'm here. Shit. There's another one. There's several of them. Some drone brood, but oh, fucking small hive beetle. I'll sacrifice some comb to kill you. Alright. Swarm cells galore. Let's get the bees off first. Yeah, if I didn't do something to these. Swarmy, 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 swarmy. Good thing is, bees are just killing it this year. Hopefully I don't screw that up. If I can stay out of their way and not kill the queen. Swarmy, swarmy, swarmy. Bunch of them. Let's go and get these bees off first. You there, Mama? Mama, just killed a bee. Okay. Chosh, chosh, chop. Those are drones. I don't have to kill those. I'll just double check all these before I come back. This doesn't have quite, well, I'll say that quite as many bees, but I haven't finished shaking all the bees off. And there's a ton of them over here, so still. Alright, swarmy, swarmy. Yep, yep. I could wait until I can get them off, but also don't want to just forget like I did on the other one. Still tons of drone. I just shook shit all over them. Oof. 4 drones. Oh, that one's charged too. 4, 2, 3, 4. A bunch of them are charged. 5. That one's a sneaker. Yeah. This weekend is the weekend because it's go time for these gals. They've got that many charged. They're going to be capped within a week. Within none. So, or not capped within a week, but yeah, soon. Another one, another one, another one, another one. Man, that's wild. Killed some drones there, but that's okay. Not worried about that. I'm worried about no queen cells. That's the only thing that matters. Bruh. Stuck. This has got tons of... Nope, nothing on it. Oh, I stuffed 6 in one box instead of 5. Actually, I need that box to put the other frames in here in a second. Let's see, easiest way to do that. Is there easy way? There isn't. Okay. Shake these down. Queen should not be on here, but again, better safe than sorry. This hive isn't quite as strong as the first one, but it's still a shit ton of bees in here. Plenty, I think. That's the point. Check all of these. These shouldn't have any swarm cells. These are all resources. Only goal here really is to get the bees off. Alright. Nope. Smoking myself here a little bit. That's okay. Queen could definitely be on here if I'd put that damn queen excluder on a while ago, so... Ah, that may have just killed her, dropping the damn frame. Shit ton of bees on the box. I hate that. So much harder to get those off. Right. She could be there too, is the annoying thing. Alright. That just needs to go back wherever, on top, on bottom. Does not matter. I guess they'll have to be going next because I gotta, yeah. Alright. Get these back in here. Frames back in. Stragglers taken care of. And we can... Alright. They are hot. They are not currently my friends. You know what I didn't check? Oh, I'll rotate them up. Technically could be swarm cells on the bottom of these, and I didn't check, so... I'll do a rotate and check here in a minute just to be safe, because that would suck if I do all this and then they still swarm, because there haven't been many on the bottom boxes on any of these, but that is not zero. Probably. So I'll just do a little box rotation here full of freaking bees, which is dumb, but shake that one off because it's got so many bees on it. I'm worried about squash them. Alright, so let's get this off. Alright, let's do a quick rotation. Yeah, that's not even remotely possible. Piss. Yeah, I screwed that up, so now I've got to deal with that mistake, which is just moving on. That works fairly well, which is kind of silly. Alright. Good enough. Shake, 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 blah, blah, blah. You're gonna probably couple vida, and I can't really fix that, so boo. Alright. This is the, let's see, that's the box for the brood, right? Yes. So this box goes on next. Some bees in there, but not enough to matter. Some rocks, which I don't really need in there. Leaves. Smashed bees. A couple of those, yeah. Alright, that's in there. Now the other box, which is over here. No, wait, the new clean super goes next. The freshy. Super fresh goes next. And then this box, which is going to be my brood, or yeah, the brood they're going to come up to. Really hope I'm screwing up by not putting that queen excluder there, but we shall see. Alright, so order of operations here. Just make sure there's no, yeah. Check here for queen cups. I did check most of them, but I need to obviously go back and double check that one. A lot of angry bees today. That's all my fault. Trying to do right by you eventually. They are not agreeing with my assessment though. Oh. Oh. Back is killing me after all this bending over shit. Making sure the 6 bees on here aren't freaking, one of them isn't the freaking queen. It'd be really annoying after doing all that shaking. Guess the worst case, she was in here, she plays brood somewhere, and we gotta shift frames around, but not the end of the world, just annoying. See nothing there. What am I doing? Alright, that back on. Top back on, or inner cover back on. Outer cover back on. So fucking thing is shifted, which is awesome. Hey dummies, go inside. Inside's the other way. Queen excluder's kind of oversized, which I prefer over undersized, obviously, but also makes it harder to see if you're centered. Alright, GoPro, stop recording. Alright, so I'm back at this one because I forgot, so frazzled, to check for swarm cells on these frames. So I'm going to just do a quick, shouldn't be many bees up here because they've got to come up several boxes. There's brood up here, so they'll come, but I, did that 10 minutes ago, so let's just start. Yeah. Right. Maybe these girls are just less swarmy. Famous last words, obviously, but I don't see any swarm cells up here. Alright. Doesn't mean they weren't gone eventually, because that's what bees do, but this one may be a little behind the others, but not enough for me not to go ahead and get them going. What the fuck is that? So I just set it, oh, that's where I set it down on the thing. I'm not sure which way it was pointing. Oh well. 6 of that, half a dozen of another. As if we'll figure it out. Alright. Get those centered and squeezed tight. Alright. So yeah, good to go. GoPro stop recording.